are now listening to Lower Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Ha! Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lower Road Radio.
Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lower Road Radio.
Let's get it.
What? At Tenagro, win the walls.
Stop. Huh? Iron Man dies.
What?
Captain America gets it on with the lady friend
that
and
guy?
turns 200 years old.
Wait a minute. But we don't know the lady friend.
Well, I don't know
First
her
of
name.
all, before we even get the intro out, we should say spoiler alert. Well, it's too late now.
Too late now.
So
Iron Man
if you
dead.
haven't seen, if you haven't seen Endgame by now, right?
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Everybody has seen it.
Do you know anybody that hasn't seen it?
Nope. Well, there's one lady at work. There's one lady at work that hasn't seen it, but to her credit, she hasn't seen any of them.
How old is she?
Like 30. And she has kids.
She have eyeballs?
She has zero interest in Marvel. Anything.
DC person.
No. She's more of the TLC hoarders and 600-pound life person.
Those are not mutually exclusive. You like both of those things.
I do like both of those things, but she tends to lean more.
Are you more 600-pound life or hoarders if you only could have one?
Gosh, that's 50-50.
Really?
We're wasting time on this episode.
Really quickly, the hoarders thing, I just can't do it. I try to. I get about 30 seconds into it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't go.
Well, I
can't
watch
go there
Hoarders
with
because I feel better about my own life, and then I watch 600-pound life because I feel better about
Yeah.
my life. So, they both serve their purpose.
Yeah,
I think Hoarders is more uncomfortable to
you.
watch.
Hoarders is sadder.
Yes,
And that's
Well,
really
no,
saying something.
Listen, yeah, that's
because the
saying a lot.
600-pound people are like dying
Yes.
when they're like 30-something, because of their weight.
Both.
But I don't know, for something reason, the hoarder thing is like, it's
Yeah.
it's a darker. It's
Here's the
darker.
thing: they're both mental diseases. But the 600-pound life often affects just the individual, and the Hoarders is affecting large groups of people.
Right,
Sometimes families and kids.
Sometimes
and
the
all sorts of stuff.
community.
Yes,
Because it's like
right.
mice and stuff. And
Yeah.
The only one I know is they always show the preview is like this old lady, and she's a really old lady, and she's like in a pile. You can't even see her.
Yeah.
Because she's in a pile of garbage and
Yeah.
filth, and they're in the middle of the house, and she's just laughing like a witch, like it's like so creepy.
It's disturbing.
So we watched, both of us, not together.
No.
Endgame.
Well, I texted you as soon as I watched it, and I said,
Yes, you did. Yeah.
What's the bad guy's name?
Thanos.
I said Thanos died.
Which is, that's a real prospect shrubbery kind of a thing to do. You know what I mean?
Well, listen.
That's just wrong.
He's going to die
Listen, no,
Right?
no, I don't know that. I don't know that.
No,
How
you-
do I know he's going to die?
because the bad guy
What if
always
he
dies.
turns good? What if all sorts of things could happen? Well, now I know because I know that Thanos dies.
Actually, twice.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was a little upset about that, but I got over it.
Were you kind of freaked out when he died in the beginning? It's like, oh my gosh,
No.
he's dead.
No, I mean, it didn't. I don't know. I went in with no expectations, really.
Except that he's going to die.
Yeah, I was able to put that out of my brain. So I remember that you had texted me something, but I forgot what it was. So I just saw it and then I deleted it and just didn't look at it anymore. So
Okay, so just real quick, because we're going to make this a quick episode.
this is not a long one.
no, this is the Endgame spoiler show
Yeah.
special. Gut reaction,
Yeah.
thumbs up or thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Okay, gut reaction, letter grade.
A. Plus.
Okay, I'm at A minus.
What could have been better? What would you have changed?
Okay, I love everything about it,
Uh-huh.
except there are some inconsistencies with the time travel stuff.
Oh, well, anytime you do that, there's going to be that.
Well, listen, they need to stick to the Back to the Future model, where it's on a single timeline. You change. The
Didn't
past
they
and go back and
already
forth.
kind of blow up the Back to the
Well,
Future model?
They in the episode or in the show they actually
Referenced it.
referenced it. Yeah,
And
but
they
here's
said
the-
that's not the way it works.
So there's so many problems with this. So they went back in time Like, the Captain America story by itself doesn't make any sense. He went back in time to return the stones, did whatever he did, but then he stayed back there after they said they weren't going to do that, and he lived it out, and he turned 200 years old or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like, he was in that timeline and changed it.
But not as Captain America, just as a regular Joe.
Yeah, but he was Captain America. But what I'm saying is that screws up everything.
Yeah.
The inconsistencies of all of it. And then just the whole idea of changing the past, bringing people back and forth. It just was not consistent with what I know time travel is.
Which time travel is. I mean, I feel like nobody knows what time travel is. So you can kind of make it up as you go along. I'm
just saying there's a lot of
okay.
inconsistencies.
So is that your only beef with it?
That's my biggest beef.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
I had one groan in
Okay.
the movie. My only groan was the chicks all fighting together moment.
Yeah, I do. I did groan.
Now, here's
in that
what I'm going to say. Now, first of all, we are your conservative, and we'll see if we lose followers because of this, but
Yeah.
we are the only conservative sports radio podcast.
The only.
Yeah.
And we both like women.
Yeah. I prefer them over men. But although we are conservative, we're not
Yes.
showing it down. We're not Rush Limbaugh.
No.
We're not Sean Hannity. I
No.
don't like Sean Hannity.
No.
He annoys me.
They're evil people.
I'm not a Sean Hannity
No.
fan.
Yeah.
But we are conservative. We're
Yes.
not trying to hide that. There
Right.
was a time where we were shaming ourselves. We didn't want the world to know.
No.
But now we're I don't know, what do they say? Anyway, we're out of the conservative closet.
Yes.
And so anyway,
To clarify really quickly,
yeah.
that's not Democrat and Republican.
No.
We're just conservative.
No.
Conservative values.
and I'm not anti-strong woman. I'm pro-strong woman.
You were married to a strong woman.
I am. Here's my thing. They have this scene where I don't know who starts it, but one of the chicks kind of stands up.
Yes.
And maybe the fact that I'm saying chicks
I
makes you think
was
that
just going to reference that, but I thought I'd let it go.
One of the women,
the Lady Avengers.
stand up to fight.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Not alone. I'm with you too." And then every single woman who is an Avenger like stands up or flies in behind her. You know.
Yes.
And so they're going
Was
to
it the Captain Marvel scene
Yeah.
where she comes in?
So they're going to make this charge, yeah, and it's every woman all together fighting. It was
Yes.
very obvious what they were doing.
Yes.
It was a women are,
Yeah.
equal to men, kind of a maybe better as far as they're concerned. Now here's my beef with it. You have already created a world full of strong women.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not like the Marvel world is been bashing women, and so now we have to we have to tip the scales to
Well,
give
the
women.
strongest Avengers probably Captain Marvel.
It is Captain
woman.
Marvel.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's not like you're an the movie is full of strong women.
And we accept that.
Yeah, and I like it. Great.
Yes,
I like
yes.
the fact that my girls look up to Captain Marvel and look up to they got this positive female strong woman role model to look up to. I got no problem with that.
Listen, if I'm going to watch a movie for 3 hours and 2 minutes or however
Yeah.
long it was, I'd rather watch women up on the screen.
Goes without saying. I don't need that scene. I
I'm
think
with you.
That just seemed a
Absolutely.
little too much for me.
It was a lot much.
Does that
Yeah, no,
So
it
that was
was.
my only groan.
Yes.
I would say.
Okay, so what gut reaction? What was your favorite part? I bet you it's the same.
When all of the window things are opening during the battle, when when Doctor Strange comes in or whatever, and then he's opening up all these time portals and all the superhero guys are
yeah.
walking through.
That's pretty cool.
That was a cool scene. That was chills.
Okay,
I
so
like that one.
the chill moment for me, and I guess it's different, is when we're revealed to Fat Thor. Sitting there playing video games.
The Fat Thor is a great scene.
Playing video games.
And his two friends.
And yeah.
Yeah. I wish those guys were in the movie
scissor
more.
joke for you?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
guy's got a New Zealand accent.
He does.
I wish he was in the whole movie because he kills me.
He is great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I love him.
Yeah.
Thor, Thor gets on the mic.
Yeah.
He's chewing him out.
threatening this 13-year-old
Yeah.
kid. Yeah, that was a good one. I
Just-
thought the movie was full of
Yes.
great scenes. It was funny.
Absolutely.
I was a little nervous that it was going to be because it started off intense, obviously,
Yes.
and I was like, "This is a 3-hour movie. Is this going to be 3 hours of
Intensity.
just
Yeah.
intensity?" And it wasn't, which is good. There was a lull in it and a story. I need a story. I
Yes.
just don't want fight scenes nonstop.
Yeah.
So I felt like there was a story, there were character development, all that stuff. I like the fact that Ant-Man played a bigger part in this one. 'Cause
I love
I'm
Ant-Man.
a huge Ant-Man fan.
Big Ant-Man fan.
So yeah, there were lots of laughs, lots of, I mean, I got no complaints. I think it was a great movie, and now they are selling. They've advertised it. They haven't released the price. You can't buy it yet. But the Infinity DVD Blu-ray box set,
Okay.
22 movies
Wow.
in one set. Now I don't know how much it's going to cost. But we actually, personally, don't own any Marvel movies.
Okay.
I don't know, not on purpose. It just, I don't know. We
It just never happened.
Never happened. So we're thinking that might be our Christmas family
yeah.
Christmas present.
That'd be fun.
Because now the kids are, because a lot of these movies were released when they were little and they weren't watching these kind of
Yeah.
movies. So they're going back as they can, find them on different,
Yes.
Netflix and things like that, and watching like the old Thor and the old Captain Americas
Yeah.
and kind of piecing it all together. So
That's
yeah.
good.
Did you know if you go on Google, I can show you when we get done recording.
The timeline.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
how
seen
it
that, yeah.
disappears. Yeah. Levi showed it to me today.
It's
pretty
pretty
funny.
great.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert:
Iron Man
Iron Man dies.
and Captain America's
You
dead,
know,
right?
I was told. Well, I mean
he's
technically not
200
dead.
years old.
Yeah, but he's gone.
He's done.
And if you look at, from what I understand, if you look at the contracts, these guys, their contracts are up with Marvel.
That's right.
So, like, the actors are done.
And
so
Robert Downey Jr. had to pay out.
$200 million he got for this movie.
Outrageous.
I mean, the next closest person was like $30 million or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, he's, I guess, the biggest draw. Do you think he's worth it?
You know, he's pretty great.
He's pretty great.
And he's carried that franchise. I mean, Iron Man was like the first. Mm-hmm. It just was.
So I asked my
Yeah.
on the way home, we all watched it together. I asked my kids and wife, we were talking about the movie, and I said, if one of the Avengers, if you could be best friends with any one of the Avengers, which one would you pick? Both the girls picked Spider-Man. I think
Okay.
they got
Little crush.
I think they got a thing for it.
Yeah.
I think Levi. I think he picked. I think he picked Thor. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. And then Erica picked Ant-Man. She's like, he's the funniest one, which
Yeah.
is true. He's the funniest
Yeah.
one. And so she said, what about you? I said, Scarlett Johansson. Come on, what are we talking about? Which she got upset about. Can you believe it?
Not Black Widow. I mean, you said Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I want to be friends with Scarlett Johansson, not some fictional character. But she picked a dude, and I can't pick a woman?
Yeah, I don't get it. That's not fair.
Sexism, as far as
It
I'm
is.
concerned.
Absolutely.
I think.
So you slept on the couch at night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
did.
serious question moving forward.
Uh-huh.
Do they end this out with the 2 or 3 movies left, or do they continue with the next generation? So
Yeah.
my wife had the idea of what if Spider-Man takes on the role of Tony Stark with his daughter becoming a superhero?
Sure.
You know.
So, comic nerds, if you talk to them,
Which we're not.
which we're not, we like the movies.
We love the movies.
But we're not comic book nerd guys. Basically, what I'm given to understand is that the Infinity Stone timeline is done. That in this Spider-Man movie that's coming out in June,
Yes.
they're going to wrap a couple of things up, maybe.
Right.
Like, but
Tie up some loose ends.
but basically, it's done.
I thought there's more Guardian movies.
There will be new book, but the Infinity Stone
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah.
saga is done. There's
Yes.
no more. There's
was
gonna
a
be
whole
new
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
There's new bad guys that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Right. That you and I have never heard of, and so they're going to move on. But they're going to move on. They're not going to reboot it necessarily. They're just bringing in new superheroes.
I gotcha.
And so, like the whole thing about Captain America giving his shield to what is it, Falcon?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're going to raise up young new superheroes. There's not going to be a new Iron Man necessarily,
But
you
his
know.
daughter could take up that role.
But the technology's there.
That's
for
right.
somebody else to do it.
Right.
There's still more radioactive spiders out there. There's still the serum that Captain America took. Right. Like
Yeah.
these things can be reborn. You
Right.
know, and they'll probably all be
Well,
women.
Some of the new ones. I actually like Captain Marvel. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, we liked Captain Marvel. Some people did not.
I love the new Spider-Man. I love Fat Thor. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that whole section, it's more of the space people, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Thor, Guardians, Captain
Yeah.
Marvel, you get more of this spacey
Well,
feel.
if I'm correct, the movies that we know are coming out.
And Doctor Strange.
Yes.
I love Doctor Strange.
We know a Doctor Strange is coming out. We know another Guardians is coming out. Spider-Man, of course. There's going to be a Black Widow movie.
Okay.
Well, there's going to be what else is there going to be? I think those are the only ones that were 100%
that's going to carry us like 5 more years, right?
about. I guess, yeah. And then who knows what the future holds. So,
do you think there will be a day where they reboot it?
yeah,
Eventually,
yeah,
right?
Eventually, you're going to reboot it. Yeah, for sure. But
Like,
I
that's
think
sad to me to even think about.
I think, but like maybe 15, 20 years from now, maybe they reboot it. Because I think they can get through the next 15 years with a new set of superheroes.
Yes, and then you forget about Iron Man. You
And then
forget
by
about
then, you're
that's
talking
right.
30 years ago when
Yeah.
the first Iron Man came out. I mean, that's like Star Wars. What, Star Wars
or
1977?
Michael Keaton to Christian Bale, Batman.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
There was a time.
that was completely acceptable.
Yeah, or Adam West to Michael Keaton.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
there's a time to reboot.
So I figure in about 15, 20 years, something like that, they'll reboot the whole thing. And
So
it'll be
if you
different.
think about that, our kids' will watch it.
Yeah.
We'll watch it with our grandkids.
I loved, you know what else I loved was the Hulk.
Yeah, I love.
I
the
liked
Hulk.
the
Yeah.
mellow Hulk. He was
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
he
a
was
hipster
cool.
Hulk.
Yeah, hipster Hulk.
I liked it.
Yeah.
So anyway, we both give it a high grade. We both highly recommend that you see it.
Do you think, real quick, should Disney pay $3 billion and buy DC and fix it?
Well, somebody should fix it. I don't know if it's Disney.
Disney hasn't really gone wrong.
Well,
lately,
they messed
man.
up the last Star Wars.
Well, that
so-
was more of a director thing.
Yeah, well,
They brought
went to
JJ
hire
back.
director.
They're going to fix it.
They brought JJ back, but I mean, I don't know about. For me, it doesn't have to be Disney, but somebody needs to fix
Somebody
it.
with lots of money
Yeah.
to pay the right people to do the right job.
Then they need to kill it, start it over again.
That's right.
The right way.
That's right.
Because they've really messed up.
They've really messed up.
I'm trying to think. I mean, JJ has not been involved in any Marvel things. Just give JJ DC.
You are DC.
Like-
we will hire you for $1 billion. You own DC.
Yeah, tell us what to do.
That's right.
Hire the actors.
You know how amazing that would be?
I think. And,
So as kids, we were DC people, man, all the way.
Oh, yeah, for
Superman,
sure.
Batman,
Yeah,
all that.
Justice League.
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm not connected with the Marvel people as much.
No,
you know?
well, recently,
I remember
yeah,
the
but-
Hulk, kind of liking and being familiar with the Hulk.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah, I
mean, it
liked
was-
Captain America. I thought he was
Yeah.
cool, but yeah, it wasn't like Superman, Batman,
Oh, that was the
Yeah, that was
Superman,
it.
Batman. That was it.
Aquaman too. You were always a big fan of Aquaman.
Not so much.
Oh yeah, you liked Aquaman. All right, well that's it.
We're gonna put an end on the end game.
Right. So this is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.